What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we are going to talk about how athletes can develop their confidence. All right, guys, so the first thing I want to get into today is how confidence mainly comes from your work ethic, okay? If you're not working, you're not going to have confidence to make a big play. A lot of guys will think that there's some magic formula to have confidence, to be confident in a game situation when they haven't done the work. They haven't done the work all offseason to get to that point, to have that confidence, so they really just need to put in work, and that's what gives you confidence. Work ethic leads to confidence, and confidence will lead to a good performance, all right? You can't just walk out there and be confident and then expect to just play well when you haven't done the work. It's not gonna work. Then guys like to complain about how, oh, I'm not confident. Well, because you haven't done enough work yet. If you really truly worked your ass off, you worked as hard as you possibly could, nobody worked harder than you will have the confidence to go out there on a Friday, Saturday night and make a play. It's that simple, guys. Everybody thinks there's some magic formula to how they can develop confidence, but really what it comes from is your work ethic. If you aren't working, you're not gonna be confident. You can't be confident and expect to make a play when you haven't made that play 100 times in practice. You haven't repped it 100 times before it came into that situation on a Friday night, okay? So you have to work your butt off, your tail off. Everything you do, you have to be working. That's how you're gonna develop confidence. It's not some magic formula that you're just gonna have. One day you're gonna wake up and you're gonna feel confident, and then you're gonna go beat every single team on a Friday night. It's not gonna happen that way, guys. You have to work your ass off. It should be almost 300 days a year. That's what it should be. You can take a couple weeks off, you know, after the season, but you should always be working. That's why the athletes are the most confident. Look at a guy like Jalen Ramsey, Odell. They are always working. They are always working. That's why they're so confident, and that's why they're some of the most dynamic players in the game today, because of their work ethic, guys. Work ethic leads to confidence. All right, guys, so now we're gonna be talking about, once you've done the work, once you've put in the time, what should be going through your head when you step onto that field, okay? A lot of guys, you know, they'll do the work, but they won't be saying the right stuff to themselves. Confidence, truly self-confidence, comes from self-talk. What are you saying to yourself when you get out on that field? When you're sitting in this locker room before a game and you're thinking, man, you know, and we've all been there. We've all been there before, whether it was at a young age or currently right now. We've all been there before, where we're sitting there in that locker room and we're thinking, man, I can't do this. You know, I'm not gonna be able to play. Like, what if I'm not good? What if I don't play good? And I'm trying to help you overcome that, because what you need to realize is self-talk is what's going to build your confidence. That's just a fact. What you say to yourself, because no matter what anybody says to you, because I know a lot of guys that'll be playing in a game and people are gonna be talking trash. They'll say something like, oh, you suck, whatever, and it'll let them get in their head, and then they start really believing that. And then it eats them up the whole entire game, throws them off of their game. But if you have good self-talk, if you're telling yourself all the right things, like, I've done this before, I'm confident, I'm the best player on this field, because that's how you have to think. You know, all the guys in the NFL, they all think they're the best. That's why they play so well. That's why they play on Sundays, because they believe they're the best, and they put in the work like they are the best. But that's what they tell themselves. They tell themselves that they are the best. Even if it's not true, they believe it, all right? Self-talk is what's gonna lead you guys to confidence. That's what you should be telling yourself, only positive things. Positive thinking, right? I mean, and I know it sounds cliche, but positive thinking is gonna lead to confidence, okay? That's just a fact. Positive thinking, what you say to yourself is how you're going to think of yourself, and that's gonna lead to how you play on the field. Like, perfect example, quarterback. You go out on the field, you throw a pick, right? Throw a pick, and nobody knows that you messed up more than yourself if you're a quarterback, okay? Everybody on the team, yeah, they get pissed off, whatever, but nobody feels worse than that quarterback. And if he just sits there and goes, God, you know, I screwed up, like, man, you know, you just gotta be thinking, next play, because you're gonna make a mistake when in doubt, and that's any position. Let's say a receiver drops a ball. It shouldn't even affect it. It should just be like, you know what, yeah, I dropped the ball. Even the best drop the ball. Let's go, next play. That's how you should be thinking. You should be telling yourself only positive things. Self-talk is what's going to lead you guys to be more confident in a game situation after you've put in the work. All right, guys, so now we're gonna talk about how you should really, what's the difference between confident and cocky, okay? There's a big difference, guys. Now, a lot of people like to throw that term around, oh, he's cocky, he's arrogant, and in my opinion, I think all the greats need to be a little cocky. That personally, but I think it's confidence. It's confidence once you've done the work. There's a difference. Cocky is when you haven't done the work and you feel like you have to put on this act. So people will think, oh, he's a player, you know what I mean? He's good, he's a player. But and you don't have anything to back it up, that's cocky, that's arrogant. But when you've done the work, when you really truly feel like you've worked harder than anybody on that field, and you feel confident in your skills, confident in your ability, that's what's confidence. That's not cocky, guys. You can feel like you're the best in the entire world at whatever you do, and if you put in the work, that's confidence. That's not cocky. But see, the difference is when you're confident, you don't have to talk about it, guys. You don't have to tell people how great you are. They're gonna tell you how great you are. I know that sounds cliche. Again, that sounds cliche, but it's true. The greats, they don't have to talk. They let their play talk, and then they can talk a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you look at like Muhammad Ali, arguably one of the best boxers of all time. But he could talk, right? He would talk because he truly felt like he was the best, but his boxing backed it up, and nobody could touch him. And then he would touch you whenever he wanted to. Same with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather could be one of the greatest boxers of all time. Well, he is one of the greatest of all times, but could he be the greatest? He would talk, right? He's known for that, but he could back it up. You could not touch him, and he's gonna hit you whenever he wants, right? Another example, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, perfect example. He would talk, but he could play, right? If you're gonna talk and you can't play, you're just arrogant, you're just cocky, and nobody wants to be around that, and people are gonna be trying to embarrass you, and it will eventually happen. But if you're confident because you've truly done the work, then you could talk if you got the skills to back it up. All right, guys? That's the main thing. You just gotta have the skills to back it up. That's what confidence is, not cocky. Cocky is when you don't have anything to back it up, nothing to show for the work that you've put in. I really want to thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to this channel, and please leave in the comments the next video that you guys would like to see. Again, I really appreciate you guys viewing this, and I'll see you next time.